in North America. Remember to visit fleetowner.com every day for the latest industry news. You can also sign up to receive Newsline, their free email newsletter, and subscribe to Fleet Owner magazine. Visit fleetowner.com. Fleet Owner, for news you can use.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer its diabetes prevention program, Driving Down Diabetes. The CDC-approved year-long program begins January 9, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, and more. Sponsored by Southern Recipe, this program is for those at risk, not already diagnosed with diabetes. Go to truckersfund.org, take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab, and sign up today.
WIAM is News Radio 1340, also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin in Gaza, where thousands of Palestinians have fled the largest hospital as Israeli forces and Hamas militants battle outside the gates. Correspondent Cammie McCormick has our top story. Palestinian officials say Shifa Hospital is surrounded by heavy gunfire. The World Health Organization chief says it's not functioning as a hospital anymore. Civilians are rushing the wounded to another hospital. At the UN in Geneva, they observed a moment of silence for their workers who have been killed.
Over the last month, 101 of our colleagues have lost their lives in Gaza.
It's the highest number of aid workers killed in the history of the UN in a short period of time. The Hamas-run health ministry says 3 premature babies are among 32 Palestinians who died at Al-Shifa over the past 3 days. Republican presidential hopeful Tim Scott has dropped his bid for the nomination. He'd been polling in the single digits. UVA political analyst Larry Sabato.
I think he emerges from this undamaged, which a lot of candidates can't say. But at the same time, he just wasn't making the progress you have to make at this late date.
Scott says he has no immediate plans to endorse another candidate. With just 5 days until the government runs out of money, House Speaker Mike Johnson is pitching a plan that includes 2 separate extensions. CBS's Robert Costa.
This new strategy by the new speaker is an attempt to acknowledge the political reality that he can't get what he wants at this moment in terms of spending cuts or attacking the internal revenue.
Good Monday morning, everyone. I'm Andrew Dimber.
Classes are canceled again today at public schools in Andover, Massachusetts.
All right, Tyler, thousands of people across Alabama are still waiting to receive their unemployment checks, and now some have filed lawsuits. Legal Services of Alabama is one representing some of those people who filed lawsuits against the Alabama Department of Labor. One of the plaintiffs is Thomas McRoberts. He said he was laid off more than a year ago. He claims he tried to call the Department of Labor several times about unemployment benefits. He's always got the same answer.
This man was on a video call when another tremor rattled the house. Lava and smoke have been pouring out the side of a nearby volcano. Thousands of locals have been evacuated. Iceland's famous Blue Lagoon has been closed, and the main airport near the capital Reykjavik was briefly closed after plumes of smoke covered the runways. Seismologists fear an eruption could come any day now. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you with Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution. You can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits. All investments involve a high degree of risk, and actual results may vary. Attention, all investors! The year is almost over, and your chance to receive a 100% tax write-off for 2023. Why pay the government more of your hard-earned income while smart investors use proven strategies to reduce their payments to Uncle Sam? You can save thousands of dollars this year off of your taxable income with an investment in domestic energy, while at the same time generate potential income from oil for decades to come. With the current crisis in Israel, experts on Wall Street are predicting oil prices to go up from $90 and could be up to $125 a barrel. Take advantage of the enormous profits that both companies and producers of domestic energy have been experiencing. Hurry and take action before December 31st. If you do not share or act now and let your money go to work for you, call Freedom Crew today at 800-549-1985. That's Freedom Crew, 800-549-1985. And let us put your money to work for you. 800-549-1985.
A beast breaks free in Italy. Madonna Santa. Residents in West Rome freaked out when they spotted a massive lion roaming around their neighborhood. They posted footage on social media. Apparently, the big cat, whose name is Kimba, had escaped a nearby circus and was on the lam for about 5 hours.
Sta benissimo. Non ha avuto conseguenze.
Kimba's since been captured and returned, and circus owner Ronnie Vasilose tells the BBC he's doing fine. No one was hurt either, but they are still trying to figure out how Kimba got out in the first place. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
So
The popular weight loss drug Wegovy can reduce the risk of heart attack, stroke, or heart-related death in people with cardiovascular disease by 20%. None of the participants had a history of diabetes. Study results from manufacturer Novo Nordisk are published in the New England Journal of Medicine. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Alrighty then.
Radio is the only local media option that
So
radio reaches close to the point of purchase. It provides consumer interactions with that build trust and credibility for you. Radio is unskippable and quick. We get your message out in 24 to 48 hours, and radio is very affordable. That's why radio consistently gives you the highest return on investment, and it's also why it should always be your base media. Research also
So amazing to be loved.
starting at a 19% lift when they are on more platforms. That's why Cumulus offers a variety of effective digital solutions to enhance your base radio buy. At Cumulus, we are your one-stop shop to deliver a coordinated radio and digital campaign that will get your business results. Hi, I'm Sonia Thompson, and it's my job to get your business results on News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business.
Retired or retiring soon? How much money do you need to live comfortably? Retirement Planners of America is here for you. Would you like to have financial peace of mind? Here's how. Step 1. Find out the amount of money you'll need to retire. Step 2. Have a plan to get there. Step 3. Make sure that plan can take advantage of market gains but protect you from market losses. Discover how to do all three with a free consultation at 800-508-6108. That's 800-508-6108.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
Are you the parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the Parents' Choice Award-winning online learning program that's actually changing the lives of early learners everywhere.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month, but you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Sponsored by Age of Learning.
It could be information to change your life forever. Or the Something You Should Know podcast could just be something interesting. John Petrocchi is a professor of psychology at Wake Forest University, and his book is called The Life-Saving Science of Detecting BS. It is such an easy behavior. I mean, it's almost like breathing, because the opposite is evidence-based reasoning and evidence-based communication. And that takes time and effort. Something You Should Know, wherever you listen.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial. Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
And good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. First of all, we have a serious talk. Cool, okay? It's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. That's right. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It's time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real. Recovery is real. So if you or your family member or a friend are suffering from substance abuse disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse. On substance abuse, and that number would be 262-1629. That's 334-262-1629. I'll go to COSA, ncadd.org. That's ncadd.org. Let's get some help today. Call COSA, 334-262-1629, and get the help that you need. We'll be back.
forecast on News Radio 1440.
This report is sponsored by Window World, Window Region. Increase home value, utility bills with window siding, doors, and more from your local Window World. All products made in the USA with convenient limited warranty. Search Window World River Region today.
More gray skies on the way for your Monday. Temperatures will get up to about 67 degrees, so a few degrees above where we were over the weekend. That's because it will be dry. So even with the cloudy skies, temperatures come up just a little bit. But showers are back in spots tonight, and rain chances go up through the day tomorrow night, Wednesday, ending Thursday. Things should dry out late Thursday and stay mostly dry Friday and the weekend.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Sabry for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Auburn, and Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Spring registration going on now at Trentham State. Now's the time to change your mind and start planning your future. Trentham State, today's college for tomorrow's world. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Monday. An investigation is underway after an inmate died inside prison walls. 22-year-old Daniel Williams died after he was brutally assaulted inside Staten Correctional Facility. It was so bad he was hospitalized and placed on life support. Williams is serving a one-year sentence for theft of property out of Jefferson County. The Alabama Department of Corrections is handling this investigation.
Well, it won't be handled.
Preparations are underway for an inauguration ceremony in Montgomery. Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed will be sworn in for a second term tomorrow. The ceremony begins at 10 a.m. at the Montgomery Performing Arts Center. We also want to remind you that Santa Claus is coming to town. He'll be in Montgomery at the Crampton Bowl Multiplex for free pictures. WSFA 12 News is teaming up with the Vance Law Firm to bring Santa to town today and tomorrow. But you do need to register. Go to SantaPicturesMontgomery.com. I'm Jasmine Williams, and these are your morning headlines.
Is the labor shortage wreaking havoc on your cleaning company? Has the increased cost of labor made you second guess using your own staff? You're not alone. At Janie King, the king of clean, we have a solution for you. Whether it's cleaning your office, healthcare facility, school, manufacturing site, or everything in between, let us use our 35 plus years of experience to keep your business clean. Don't wait. Go to JannieKingCleans.com and let Janie King do our job so you can do yours.
Janie King, the king of clean.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril around the back of the nose and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy. But more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
The Chinese, the Russians, don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning you wake up and the sun does not appear. I will be.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again, one more time, that you're on top of the ground and the ground is not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something to change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. Today's daily bread, November the 13th, believe it or not, 2023, a card and prayer. Our scriptural insight today comes from 2 Kings 20, 1 through 7. 2 Kings 20 and 2 reads, Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and prayed to the Lord. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that shall never, ever, ever be again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal, and you don't get a do-over when it's gone. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do this day. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you was proud of what you have done this day. If you have lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever we do what we can, while we can, for as long as we can, and reach back and help somebody else along the way. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can. But you never, ever give up. You never quit, because quitters will never win. And while winners may lose a time or two, they'll never quit. My mother said, nothing beats a failure but a try. One foot in front of the other. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl. Well, whatever you do, keep moving forward. Don't ever give up. Because quitters will never win. And while winners may fail at things, they never quit. So don't you. And no matter what happens this day, remember this. It is a great day. An outstanding day to be alive. Good morning to you, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine. A card in prayer. That's our daily bread for this day. We'll be back.
Welcome, my friend, to today's word of encouragement from Our Daily Bread. The devotional for today, titled A Card and Prayer, was written by Dave Brannon. The recently widowed woman was growing concerned. To collect some vital funds from an insurance policy, she needed key information about the accident that had taken her husband's life. She had talked to a police officer who said he'd help her, but then she lost his business card. So she prayed, pleading with God for help. A short time later, she was at her church when she walked by a window and saw a card, the policeman's card, on a windowsill. She had no idea how it got there, but she knew why. She took prayer seriously. And why not? Scripture says that God is listening for our requests. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, Peter wrote in 1 Peter chapter 3, and his ears are attentive to their prayer. The Bible gives us examples of how God responded to prayer. One is Hezekiah, the king of Judah, who became ill. He had even received word from Isaiah, a prophet, saying he was going to die. The king knew what to do. He prayed to the Lord. Immediately, God told Isaiah to give the king this message from him: I have heard your prayer. Hezekiah was granted 15 more years of life. God doesn't always answer prayers with things like a card on a windowsill, but he assures us that when difficult situations arise, we don't face them alone. God sees us, and he's with us, attentive to our prayers. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is taken from the Old Testament book of 2 Kings, chapter 20, verses 1 through 7. In those days, Hezekiah became ill and was at the point of death. The prophet Isaiah, son of Amoz, went to him and said, This is what the Lord says, put your house in order, because you are going to die. You will not recover. Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and prayed to the Lord. Remember, Lord, how I have walked before you faithfully and with wholehearted devotion, and have done what is good in your eyes. And Hezekiah wept bitterly. Before Isaiah had left the middle court, the word of the Lord came to him. Go back and tell Hezekiah, the ruler of my people, this is what the Lord, the God of your father David, says. I have heard your prayer and seen your tears. I will heal you. On the third day from now, you will go up to the temple of the Lord. I will add 15 years to your life, and I will deliver you and this city from the hand of the king of Assyria. I will defend this city for my sake and for the sake of my servant David. Then Isaiah said, Prepare a poultice of figs. They did so and applied it to the boil, and he recovered. Now let's go to the Lord God in prayer together. Father, thank you for being there and for hearing our prayers. Even when the answer to our prayers is not what we'd hoped for, would you help us to trust that you're working on our behalf and you're working out your plan in our lives? Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Thanks so much for listening today. My name is Wes Ward, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Time to rise and shine, people. Time to get up. It's Monday morning. You know it's PT time. All right, let's get it going.
All the way, gotta be.
Rough and tough, airborne. Every day we run to the sun. No sweat, not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knee. Come on now, let's get out. Roll, roll, roll. But a can of beans. Come on, let's do it. Oh, the bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Not really, but it's a song. You know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go. Forward, all the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. Come on now. While the plane's in flight. That's what I'm talking about. We call those paratroopers. Melissa, you know you can always come in and hang out with me.
All the way,
Okay, we'll work it out. It won't be controversial. All right, Sergeant Elkins will be the person that's doing PT this morning. So let's get it moving. Somebody get the first sergeant, sergeant major out here. Tell them they're not retired yet. Let's do it. Hard work, work. Come on now. Hard work. Oh, yeah. Hard work, work. Woo! Out work. Hard work, work. Here we go. I get up about 2:45 and go in my pay. Oh, yeah. Tighten it up, tighten it up. Hard work, work. That's what they say. Hard work, I earn my pay. Get more done. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Oh, yeah. Woo! Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Oh, yeah. Hard work, work. 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 On the airplane in the early morning rain. Whew, that's what they say. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Set them on down. Hard work, work. Woo. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. That's what they say. Hard work, I earn my pay. Woo! Is this over yet? Okay. Okay. I forgot it was Monday morning. And doing all this running first thing in the morning, well, I guess it's good for you, though. Still alive. So that's a good thing. Good morning to you, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine. And now we do what we do every day. We don't wait till Veterans Day. We do it every day, 5 days a week. We acknowledge the sacrifices, the hard work, and the bravery and courage of our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and of course, Space Force. I don't know exactly what they do, but they're part of the family. And at the same time, let us honor some of our local heroes, Montgomery Police Department, the guys out there, Montgomery Fire Department. Let's acknowledge those guys all the time because they always put in their life. Every job they go on potentially can be hurt, harm, or danger to all of them. So we say good morning to those. As we see in 911, 250 souls that were fire department people died that day. Good morning to the Sheriff Department, Derek Cunningham and his folks down there. And don't forget Chief Jordan. We ain't forgot about you, Chief. You did. You don't ever call over here and talk to me, but that's all right. I don't get mad at you. Say, okay, let me put this out here. I don't have to call you guys to come on the radio with me. If you got something to say, you want to talk to the people, just pick up the phone and call. Call my cell phone number or something, okay? That way I can, hit you on the main line. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, I leave anybody out? Cunningham, Sheriff Cunningham, and Kevin Murphy. I don't know if he's still over there or not. I think he is. I'm not sure. Haven't heard from him in a while. We got the same name. Come on, man. When is Thanksgiving? Is Thanksgiving next week? I think it is. Okay. Also, don't forget our helping hand is we got that program because I've only got $20 now. Come on, y'all, help me out here. I mean, I'm trying to get 20,000. I'm a long way off, but I got faith in you. Somebody write the check, couple checks maybe, few checks, a lot of checks. Anyway, good morning to you. All you have to do is go GoFundMe to Helping Hands. You'll find it on there. Or you can go to my Facebook page and you can find it there. Or just click on the big picture of the guy helping the other guy, up the hill. You'll find it and click on it. It'll take you to our GoFundMe page and you can donate whatever you want. If all my friends donated $5, we'd get there. Okay, I got 5,000, almost 6,000 friends on Facebook. I got 1,000 more people than I'm supposed to have, almost. All right. So, is that enough? All right then. Can we get this thing going here? Okay. That's right. Helping Hands 7th Annual 2023 campaign. Our motto is we can't help everybody, but we try to help somebody. With your help, of course. Okay then. Good morning. Hope everybody's there. Okay, it's Monday, right? Got to play the audio part for that. Coming up this morning around 8:15 or so, we'll be talking to the mayor via the telephone. I guess he's out of town or something like that, but he's going to come on and spread the word with us. Hopefully, he's going to give us a Thanksgiving greeting or something like that, or something like that. Yeah, they always save a brother for last. I don't know why the mayor of the airways got to get the last, but that's okay. It's always good to get the mayor on so we can hash out some of our differences sometimes, So let's take a break. We'll come back with a audio piece of the day that I think you guys will enjoy. If you've never heard it before, you'll enjoy it. If you have heard it before, you'll enjoy it again. Okay, I'm just saying, it'll be all right. You'll make it all right because it's probably one of the most important speeches that I play. Now I'll have some more next year. If the good Lord allows me to see it. We're going to revamp the whole motivational thing and put all new into it. But for the time being, we need to hear this one at least one more time. Good morning to you, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine if you can. It's another day above the ground, and the ground's not above you. Good morning to you. Something nice for somebody to do. Somebody preferably you don't like. They'll be surprised. We'll be back. Oh, one more thing. I got some very, very sad news to give to people today. Broke my heart last night when I found out about it, but one of those things, I guess. We'll be back.
Hey, Tim, let me tell you about how to bring in those good things. No. Oh, very fun. A friend of ours from the region has been successful for over 25 years. And we don't believe in gimmicks or magic tricks. We just believe in sound planting practices that work.
So come see us today at 1154 South Memorial Drive in Prattville.
Now that we're done talking about those big bucks, how about those cute does?
Southeastern Trailer and Equipment will kick off Iron Bowl week with a no sales tax trailer sale, November 20 through 22nd. Come by our location on Highway 14 in Wetumpka between now and November 21st to shop our inventory and register to win a pair of Iron Bowl tickets. We have Diamond C, Max D, and Aluma trailers, along with bad boy mowers and side-by-sides. Parts and service available, 334-567-6140. 334-567-6140.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
New this morning, a new bipartisan bill in Congress is looking to classify 911 operators as first responders. That bill would change the classification of the operators to first responders instead of clerical workers. Supporters hope that grants of funding that are not currently given to them will be offered once this classification is changed. After 2 years of prayers and searching, a Stadium Hill police officer finally found a kidney donor. Officer Jerry Hughes was diagnosed with kidney failure 2 years ago. More than 50 people from around the country
And fast on
applied
the
to
draw.
donate.
It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay, we're back. Good morning, everybody. Hope that they find you well. I truly hope that you guys are feeling as well as I am this morning. Well, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. And I got to play my audio piece today because we're trying to start the week off in a positive direction. And I know once this hour is over, it all goes to someplace else sometimes. But we're gonna try to keep her moving today, okay? So good morning to you. Hope somebody's up out there listening because this right here is a piece that a lot of folks need to hear. We'll be back.
No, you don't owe me anything, I said. Oh, you have to make a living, she answered. Oh, there are other passengers, I responded. Almost without thinking, I bent over and gave her a hug. She held on to me tightly. You gave an old woman a little bit of joy, she said. Thank you. I squeezed her hand and walked into the dim morning light. Behind me, a door shut. It was the sound of the closing door. I drove aimlessly, lost in thought for the rest of the day. I could hardly talk. What if that woman had gotten in an angry driver earlier that morning, or one who was impatient? What if I had refused to take the run, or had honked once and driven away? On a quick review, I don't think I have done anything more important in all my life. I love that story. Sort of helps me allow life to make up its mind again. You need to remember that story. The times you will want to be anything but kind. Because it is so much easier to bear a grudge and hate in return, or get back, or get even. Hate destroys the vessel it's kept in. Revenge never healed a wound. There's one thing all of us have in common: we've been mistreated by somebody. Some of you have known abuse, misunderstanding, and all of this has a way of siphoning your tank of kindness. It can make you hard. You can get on with hard. You can get along with it. In fact, some will even respect you more. You're tough. You're tough. But I urge you not to be. Be kind, tenderhearted, forgiving one another. When I'm truly free of revenge and bitterness, there is plenty of room in my heart left. And not until. Do what's right. Do justice. Love kindness. Walk humbly with your God.
Maybe you were born a really nice person with a gentle, sweet personality, and being kind to people comes pretty naturally to you, but I think more of the globe is not that way than is. The good news is we can change.
It's amazing what one kind word can do. We don't think anything about it, but to the other person, it breathes life into their spirit. Our words have the power to lift people, to help them get through a challenge, to push them into their destinies. When you tell someone, I love you, I'm proud of you, you did great on that project, you're not just being kind, those are healing words. We don't know what people are going through. They may smile on the outside, but on the inside, they're hurting, they're lonely, they're discouraged. Many people have wounds from the past, wounds from a relationship that didn't work out, wounds from people trying to push them down. Just a simple word of encouragement. I believe in you. I'm praying for you. A simple compliment. You look beautiful today. It's no big deal to you, but to them, it's helping heal the wounds. It's lifting their spirits. It's causing them to believe in themselves. Your words can be what keeps them moving forward. And God puts people in our lives on purpose so we can bring healing. Letting people know that you care does more than you imagine. You have the power to put someone on their feet. You have the power to keep them from falling into depression. You have the power to cause them to pursue their dreams. Be free with your compliments. You can think well of your friend all day long, but if you never tell them, they'll never know. God wouldn't have brought it up if he didn't want you to tell them. He wouldn't have put that thought in you if the other person didn't need it. You may not know them. It may not make sense to you, but God knows what he's doing. There's a reason they need your healing. Don't withhold it. Don't try to reason it out. In my early 20s, a young man started coming up to the gym to play basketball with us. He was a loner. He was very unfriendly, very cold. He never talked. Even during the games, he wouldn't interact with us. Most of the guys just ignored him. Something down in here told me to reach out to him and make him feel welcome. I found out that his name was Bo. When he would come into the gym, I would go over and say, "Hey, Bo, it's great to see you today." He never said anything. He just hit his chest twice and walked away. I didn't know what that meant, but I hit my chest twice and walked away. This went on for several years. I saw him 4 or 5 times a week. Well, I stopped playing basketball there, and I hadn't seen Bo in over 20 years. One Sunday, he showed up at church. I saw him afterwards. I thought, where do I know this guy from? He said, "I'm Bo. We used to play basketball together." That's the most I'd ever heard him talk. He went on to tell how he grew up in the projects. At 14, he started living on his own. Nobody wanted him. He never felt loved or accepted. He said, "One of the main reasons I went up to the gym was to hear you say, 'Great to see you today,' because nobody had told me that they were glad to see me." Those simple words, letting him know that I cared, were like life-giving water. Today, Bo is married. He introduced me to his children. He's setting a new standard for his family. What am I saying? Nobody is in your life by accident. Don't ignore what you feel on the inside. That compassion to encourage them, that desire to be their friend. Take time to make them feel loved. It doesn't have to be something big. Just good to see you. I believe in you. I'm praying for you. Just let them know that you care.
Be kind. 2 words that can change people's lives. It's 6:50 in the morning. So today, at some time today, some moment when you have a chance, it's not hard to be kind. It does take an effort sometimes, but you never know when our time is up. And I'd much rather when that time comes, we be found being kind to people. It is easy to be mean. It doesn't take much talent. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It is time for the word of the day and lessons of life today. And lessons of life, the things you learn as you grow, that they don't teach in books. They only come through the passing of time. And these things you learn sooner or later. And you either learn once going or you learn twice coming back. But today's word of the day, now I want you to be careful how you pronounce this word. I've used this word before, but
I want you to truly be careful of how you pronounce this word, because this word can, can kind of get you in a little trouble if you don't pronounce it correctly. Okay, so I'm going to tell you. But what does the word mean? Well, it is spelled Benignity, and its meaning is a good deed or favor, an instance of kindness. Okay, born of selfless devotion. So what's that word you say? Okay, let me spell it one more time. Benignity. It is called benignity. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You gotta be careful when when you pronounce that word, because you mess around and somebody just hear the middle of it, and then they're gonna think you said something that you didn't say. So be careful. Make sure you're around intelligent people when you use this word. Okay, benignity. Okay, Benignity, nity. Okay, I'm just saying benignity, a good deed or favor, an instance of kindness. Benignity is born of selfless devotion. I'm just saying you might want to pronounce that in the mirror a couple of times, because I don't want anybody to look at you kind of strange when you use that word. Benignity, a good deed or favor. I'm actually expecting my audience this year, when it comes to helping hands, to be benignimous. Okay, in other words, be good and do favors and give of selfless devotion. Okay, I'm just saying. I hope you do. All right, now here's an important one. Want that word one more time? You like hearing that word? Okay, I'm just saying. Benignity. Okay, it's a great word. Now, lesson of life today. It's easy. You'll understand this one quite frankly. As a matter of fact, when I tell you what the lesson of life today is, you're probably going to go out and ask and see if other people are displaying this for you. Most of us underestimate the importance of humility. Well, it is an important skill because it keeps us teachable. And I say us, I mean all of us. Because sometimes you move about in the human race and all of a sudden you forgot where you came from. Well, like Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes said in a song years and years ago, about 1972, 71, the same people you meet going up are the same people you meet coming down. And they'll remember how you treated them going up. And I hope that they don't display the same kind of treatment as you come down. But humility, always being humble. Yes, and sometimes I smack my own self because I think I'm somebody until I go to the bank and look at my checking account. And then all of a sudden, that brings back a little bit of humility. You ain't that much, brother. One bad week, it's over for you. So no. So always, okay. Again, most of us underestimate the importance of humility. It is an important skill because it keeps us teachable and learnable, regardless of how much we think we already know. So never, ever detach yourself from humility. Okay, it is a very, very important asset. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get some things that happened on this day in the world. 1901, on this date, the Castor lifeboat disaster. 1914, the Zaire War between Berber tribesmen inflicted heavy defeat of French forces in Morocco on the Battle of El Hierro. 1916, World War I, Prime Minister of Australia, Billy Hughes, was expelled from the Labour Party over his support of conscription. In 1917, World War I, beginning at the First Battle of Monte Grappa in Italy, is known as the First Battle of the Piave. The Austro-Hungarian armed forces, despite help from the German people, numerically superior, will fail their offensive against the Italian army, now led by its new chief of staff, Armando Diaz. Also, 1918, World War I, Allied troops occupied Constantinople, the capital of Ottoman Empire. 1922, the United States Supreme Court upholds mandatory vaccination for public school students in Zerk versus King. No time ago. 1927, the Holland Tunnel opens to traffic for the as the first Hudson River vehicle tunnel linking New Jersey and New York City. In 1940, Walt Disney animated musical film Fantasia is the first release at New York's Broadway Theater on the first night of the roadshow. 1941, World War II, the aircraft carrier HMS Ark Royal is torpedoed by a U-81, sinking the following day. 1942, World War II, as a matter of fact, naval battle of Guadalcanal. The U.S. and Japanese ships engaged in an intense close-quarter surface naval engagement during Guadalcanal campaign. There was a great admiral that came out of that name. What is his name? Admiral, one of my heroes of the war. I didn't really know him, but I like his record. What they said. What was his name? He became a fleet admiral. Okay, I'll come back with that later on. But what a guy! He said there are no ordinary. He said there are no extraordinary people. There are ordinary people who have been called to do extraordinary things in extraordinary circumstances. I think no one could say that better. And I'll have his name when I come back. But you know what I'm saying. Sometimes my mind is what it used to be. That's one of my favorite admirals. You know, in the Navy, so I expect me to know, but I know a lot about it. What is his name? Okay, I got it. It's in my mind's eye. Somebody said, what is he? He was a 5-star fleet admiral for the Navy. Tell me, what a great guy. Took over Guadalcanal all over the law. And he went in there, took off his tie, and made everybody else take off their ties and get busy. We'll be back.
A Cumulus media station. This is the CBS World News Roundup, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The Israeli military says it has surrounded Gaza's largest hospital today, claiming Hamas is using Al-Shifa as a base and its doctors, nurses, and patients as medical shields. Correspondent Raimi Inocencio reports from southern Israel.
Al-Shifa was already in crisis before the power went out over the weekend. After more than a week of Israeli bombardment around Gaza's biggest hospital. Death outside with bodies piling up, death inside with incubators shutting down. The youngest and most innocent of lives cut short.
Israel's military says it tried to deliver 80 gallons of fuel to Al-Shifa, but Hamas prevented a pickup. The Pentagon is reporting more strikes on proxies in Syria. Here's correspondent Cammie McCormick. The U.S. carried out these latest strikes against 2 sites believed to be used by Iranian-backed militias. It was the 3rd time in less than 3 weeks that the U.S. targeted locations in Syria tied to Iran after a series of attacks on bases housing U.S. forces in the region.
We will do what's necessary to protect our troops.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin this morning in South Korea.
These attacks must stop.
U.S. officials say 5 American service members were killed when a military helicopter crashed over the eastern Mediterranean Sea during a routine air refueling mission as part of a training exercise. An investigation is underway. Here in the U.S., the new House Speaker, Mike Johnson, is proposing a bill with 2 separate extensions to keep the government funded past Friday. Correspondent Nicole Killian is on Capitol Hill.
The first extension would go through January 19, 2024, and include funding for agencies like transportation, housing, agriculture, and energy, while other departments like Defense, Homeland Security, and State would remain funded through February 2nd.
One of the busiest freeways in Los Angeles, Interstate 10, is closed indefinitely after 2 nearby storage yards went up in flames over the weekend. Governor Newsom.
The hazmat problems are real, and as a consequence, we're taking that seriously as it relates to debris removal before our contracting crews get in.
Caltrans says it expects to wrap up its investigation into the cause in a couple of hours. Cup of strawberries a day to keep dementia at bay? Here's Vicki Barker.
30 overweight middle-aged adults volunteered for the University of Cincinnati study. Half consumed a freeze-dried strawberry powder every day. Unbeknownst to them, the control group got an inert powder. After 12 weeks, those on the strawberry powder reported fewer symptoms of depression.
This is CBS News.
You don't need a job platform, you need a hiring partner. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews, all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
Oil investments involve a high degree of risk and actual results may vary. Attention all investors. The year is almost over and your chance to receive a 100% tax write-off for 2023. Why pay the government more of your hard-earned income while smart investors use proven strategies to reduce their payments to Uncle Sam? You can save thousands of dollars this year off of your taxable income with an investment in domestic energy, while at the same time generate potential income from oil for decades to come. With the current crisis in Israel, experts on Wall Street are predicting oil prices to go up from $90 and could be up to $125 a barrel. Take advantage of the enormous profits that both companies and producers of domestic energy have been experiencing. Hurry and take action before December 31st. If you do nothing, you'll pay your fair share. Or act now and let your money go to work for you. Call Freedom Crude today at 800-549-1985. That's Freedom Crude, 800-549-1985. And let us put your money to work for you. 800-549-1985.
Teenagers made waves at the National Pickleball Championships.
At the National Pickleball Championships near Dallas,
The Triple Crown is hers.
16-year-old Annalie Waters had 3 victories, including mixed doubles and women's singles, as heard on ESPN. With 78 courts and up to 4,000 amateur and professional players, it was billed as the largest pickleball tournament in history. J.W. Johnson was the men's singles champion. Matt Piper, CBS News.
U.S. colleges and universities are making up for falling enrollment post-pandemic with international students. A report from the State Department shows the number of foreigners being accepted was up 12% in the 2022-23 academic year, making it the fastest growth rate in more than 40 years. The number of accepted students from India skyrocketed 35% to set a new record. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
We know how expensive everything has gotten lately, so Sweet Deals is offering our listeners some incredible savings. Take advantage of late summer travel with a $500 hotel savings card.
Just
or
to be
back-to-school shopping with a 50% off Sam's Club membership, as well as 82% off on Lifetime. Yes, Lifetime license for Microsoft Office. Go to sweetdeals.com right now and snag these incredible offers while supplies last. That's sweetdeals.com.
Find mechanic near me.
Right here, ma'am. How can I help?
Wow, no mechanic near me? Really?
What? I'm right here. Ma'am, we're a local mechanic literally right down the street, so why is she not seeing us?
Oh, here's one. It's a bit far, but hey, they got good reviews.
Hello? Can you not see us?
Nope, because your business is buried deep in the list of local results and is, well, basically invisible. Get a boost with Cumulus Boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
Move Montgomery will host their 3rd annual 5K Gobble Wobble as part of its mission to promote wellness in the river region by encouraging Montgomery residents to live healthier, happier lives on November 25th at Long Road Park. The run walk will allow participants to exercise at their own pace while staying healthy and having fun. Registration for the event is free and is at 7 a.m. Warm-ups begin at 7:30 and the 5K run walk starts at 8 a.m. Visit movemontgomery.com for more information.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And good morning, everybody. It is 7:06 in the morning. You've got to be there by 7 o'clock. You're a little late, but that's okay. 5 minutes here or there. Tell them you forgot to set your clock back last week, and so your boss will, he'll understand. I mean, he really will. Okay, I'm just saying you might want to think about doing that before you do anything else. Anyway, a lot of things to talk about today. The mayor is supposed to join us on the phone sometime in the 8 o'clock hour, around there. We have a whole lot of time to talk. I'll try to get you guys in on and ask them a couple of questions if you need to. If he doesn't, start the preacher thing on me, start talking a lot of time, we'll get some questions answered. You might want to know. Plus, I did really finish my today in and the admiral I was talking about was Bill Halsey. Right, Halsey, yeah, what a great guy. Well, I don't know if he's a great guy now, but his record showed that he was a great admiral, and he was an admiral. Things done. He didn't care about the political correctness. All he cared about was get the job done, win it. Because Guadalcanal was almost lost before he got there. We had somebody put another admiral over, but he wanted to take off the ties, take off this. We could get down to work. All right, and that's what they did. And I think he single-handedly with the troops, of the Marines and the Navy personnel and the Army guys, saved Guadalcanal, because that was a passageway all the way down to Australia from what they were telling us. Anyway, 860-1414. I got a lot of things to talk about. But before we get into any calls or anything like that this morning, I got a call yesterday. From a woman's daughter who I've known for years. And of all the schools that I have met, because I have been in Alabama since 1991, she has been one of the most unique. And I learned yesterday that she passed away. Yesterday. And it broke my heart a little bit because I always to be so kindly, so nice. Sometimes she had computer problems. She called me. She called me. And most of you who live in Brighton Estates probably know who she is, Michelle Wilson. Our prayers and our condolences go out to her, her husband, her daughter. What a soul she was. There's only two people that have made me break down inside. Three, my sister, my mother, and her. I don't do that. I'm too tough. There's just some people you run into that change you, that make you look at it a little bit differently. She was involved in the community, to the umpteenth degree. She also was involved in the Trump Center, so she will be missed, Miss Sheldon Wilson. Going too soon. Yes, Miss Wilson was 86 years old, but you couldn't tell me.
Good morning to you. Makes you smile just thinking about it sometimes. We usually have a philosophical conversation. You know me, I'm always good for a conversation. Good morning to you. Anyway, go to phone right quick and see who is there. I mean, you guys, if you didn't meet her, you lost. You missed out on a great human being. 860-1440 is the number here. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
Tell the people, Moses, your law will fight for you. Your law will fight for you. Hold your peace. Don't you try to fight with them. You cannot do it. Hold your peace, my friend. But the most important thing I will tell you this morning, I love God and I love you. That's the way it got to be there. And we just take it put on a show and make people feel good and glad everything else. But that don't work, Jeff. We got to think about repentance. We got to think about repentance now. I love God. If you don't love God, just say you don't love God. But if you say you do love God, and I love God, repent. That means the same. Praise God. I love God.
All right, Mr. Ed, I appreciate your call. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yeah, I'm with you. He seems like a very soft guy to run our Department of Defense. Yeah, yeah. You know, mhm. Mm, mm, mm-hmm. That's your opinion. I appreciate it. It's 7:16 in the morning. I take a break. We'll be back on another 864-1440. Again, if you have not heard Miss Shelby Wilson, who is intimately involved in her community over there in Brighton States, has passed. And if you know her, give William a call or something like that, and give your condolences for her. But she was a very special woman. She gave it all to her community, and she was involved. As a matter of fact, she introduced me to the Crumps, and I was involved with the Crumps. I wouldn't old enough to come to it then, but I am now. So anyway, so you guys take it easy, and we'll be back right after.
It's the law. For my country, traffic issues made below. I don't believe it is. No one likes to be stranded by the roadside. She goes on.
If you're always missing part of your favorite food in your car, don't worry. With you, 2-hour streaming ads or through your electrical News Radio 1440.
You waited long enough. You shouldn't have to worry about the so you can focus on your customers and team members. Don't wait. Go to JennyHankins.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of pay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's obvious. The unthinkable is happening. With all the recent media distractions, most folks never saw it coming. But a few did. Their guts told them something wrong was going on. But that's not true. People in charge keep telling you that everything's fine. Stop noticing. You don't know. Folks are investing in emergency food stores. The largest emergency preparedness company are the ones you can trust. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and secure their best-selling 3-month emergency food kits. Each contains average over 5,000 calories per day. At least one for each family member.
having these partnerships directly with these Amish people, we can calculate a area cost of 70% off. Every single year, table pay, not more.
Real. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope that they find you well, as well as can be. There's always a silver lining in everything. It's 7:23 in the morning. The black phone Tuesday, 241-9998. Can't get in. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. And not the. Oh, that's all right. We'll just keep moving on. Let me see who else is next here. All right, let's go here. Oh, what? Well, actually, I didn't get a chance to finish my things that happened on this day. That I think we talked about the mandatory vaccinations. We talked about 1927, the Holland. Okay, the Battle of Guadalcanal. That's where we stopped off at. U.S. and Japanese engaged in an intense close quarter surface naval engagement during Guadalcanal, and of course we won. In 1947, the Soviet Union completed deployment of the AK-47, and it's been kicking people's butt ever since then. AK-47, one of the first assault rifles. In 1950, General Carlos Delgado Chaval, president of Venezuela, is assassinated in Caracas. 1954, the Great Britain defeats France to capture the first ever Rugby League World Cup in Paris in front of about 30,000 spectators. See, if that was a football game, we think that, man, why didn't nobody show up? 1956, the Supreme Court of the United States declares Alabama laws requiring segregated buses illegal, thus ending the Montgomery bus boycott. In 1966, in response to the Fatwa raids against Israelis near the West Bank border, Israel launches an attack on the village of Asamu. I think that's how you pronounce that. 1966 was the year All Nippon Airways Flight 533 crashes in the Seto Island Sea near Masuyama Airport in Japan, killing 50 people. Okay. Just got to get this all out, then I'll get back to my calls. 1969, on this day in the Vietnam War, anti-war protesters in Washington, D.C. staged a symbolic march against death. 1970, Ebola cyclone, a 150 mile an hour winds tropical cyclone hits the densely populated Ganges Delta region of East Pakistan, killing 500,000 people in one night. My Lord. 1982, Ray Mancini defeats Duke Koo Kim in boxing match held in Las Vegas. Kim's subsequent death on November 17th leads to significant changes in the sport. You know, to me, boxing has always been a pretty barbaric sport. I mean, you just think about it. You got guys sitting in the ring trying to knock the hell out of one another. Man, with no headgear on or anything like that, just knocking the hell out of one another. I mean, I don't mind seeing somebody get to knock the hell out, but that's barbaric. Anyway, let's go back to the phone. Good morning. Who's this? I'm doing fine.
let me ask you. I heard that this morning. I do have it in my notes. He was 22 years old, and he was only in there for 1 year. Right, at 1 year he got. But well, so let me ask you something. What are besides the people who? I mean, these stories are heartbreaking after a while. But and I don't know. Roberta tried. Everybody tried. You know, but yeah, yeah. Right, right. Right, but at the right, but at the end of the day, I mean, but at the end of the day, but Cookie, here's the deal. People out here don't care. They if they don't have anybody in their prison system, so well, we don't need to call them. We need to show up. No, I mean, really. I'm talking about show up in mass. I mean, show up. The people who have these people in prison, they got to show up in mass. Well, yeah, you do. I mean, and all that talking. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think the governor needs to answer these questions. I think the guy went to jail for a year and ended up with a death sentence. This doesn't make much sense to me either. I mean, what the hell was he doing in there? You know. Now, what does that mean? What is that? What dips and dump? What is that? Yeah. Mhm. Right. But again now, right. Okay, and I understand that, but again, if you know the man is looking at you, looking for you, my God, don't take the dope. Don't do it. They just want you to do that. Yeah. But can't you tell people that the people that you it was vapor? I mean, can't you prove that's what you were using? I mean, I don't know. Right. What's Buffalo Rod? What's that? Oh, well, that ain't illegal, is it? That's not. Yeah. Well, that's not illegal, is it? Ginger rhymes. Well, listen. The best thing we can do is don't get involved. Right. The best thing we can do is not get involved in it. Yeah. I thought. Yeah. Well, we got to teach our. Well. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, let me know. Right. Right. Let me know. Right. Let me know when the protest going to be. I'm certainly going to join you guys. It does. We need busloads of people come out here. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Yeah, I did read about that coming in this morning. 20 some. I, the government. Somebody needs to answer for this. He's almost on the way home. I don't know. Good morning on there. Good morning. Good morning on there. Yes. No, but you shouldn't die for it. I'm, I'm talking about the young guy. I'm talking the young guy this weekend. He was on the way home. Again, though, no matter what they do, they don't deserve the death penalty. Well, well, not everybody gets it, but if you're in the custody of the state, their job, they have a responsibility for your welfare. Well, yeah, that's a controlled environment. They got let them stay in their cell. Yeah, again, you don't deserve to die in prison unless you got the death penalty. Mm. But and I hear you, but it doesn't mean you get the death penalty because you go to jail for something. And, and I agree with you, but the state is responsible for you though. Yeah, I hear you, but the state is responsible for you while they have you. Mm. Okay, well, I don't know all the nuances behind that. Yeah. All right, appreciate it. Again, we're just saying you shouldn't be killed because you have. The only difference here is that if you are in the state system, they are responsible for your life out there. Okay, you can't just say, "Well, you did this when you did that." Okay, that's why they in there. You shouldn't get a double punishment on top of one. I mean, I understand having your freedom taken away is punishment enough. But to have your life taken, the governor or somebody or who in the hell this guy is in charge of we always hear these same excuses every time somebody dies. And I pray, well, we short people, we short. Then use some of the people in there on minor offenses and make them guards. Use some of the people that are in the prison to make them guard people in there for stupid things like white collar crime or something. I mean, come on. give them some time off. But you need eyes in more places. Okay, because obviously the state of Alabama can't seem to get enough people to do that job. So use some of the people, put them on a good time program, or there's ways to handle this. Okay, knock some time off. Let them, because what we need are eyes in places. Okay, I'm just saying, we just don't do it. 860-1440 is the number. Let me see what this is. Good morning. Pretty good. How you? And again, I think that could be questioned, but should they die because they're not a very smart person? Mm. But what about the right? Well, what about the latest guy, 22-year-old? He was on the way. He only got a year for son. He was on the way home, and he ends up dead and raped. I mean, doesn't the state of Alabama aren't they somewhat responsible for this? Mm. And I understand that, but again, it's not the military. But again, if all those people, again, I think what I just suggested is a good idea. Then use some of the people in prison, have them as honorary guards, and give them time off. Because the problem is we don't have enough eyes. According to the state of Alabama, they can't get people to come work in the prison. So use some of the people there. Well, not if they get their own, not if they get their own quarters. Again, I don't know what the answer is, but I know you shouldn't go there for minor stuff a year and come out dead. That just listen. Now I got to tell you. Now I'm with you. I'm with you, but now answer me this. I want you to be honest with me. Do you really believe that everybody in prison deserves to be there? Hey, I'm with you. Right? Okay. Well, and I hear what you're saying, but I'm gonna do like one of my callers said. Somewhere I read about a man who had done nothing but was found guilty and hanged on a cross because the crowd said you're guilty. Listen, just because you get found guilty don't mean you really are, and you damn sure don't deserve to die. And it does. And I hear you, and it doesn't matter until it's you. No, no. But in war, we understand. Sort of like jumping out of airplanes and all that stuff. We understand there is a risk involved with that job. But there should not be a risk involved with going to prison, except you lose your freedom. It shouldn't be a risk going. It shouldn't be a risk going to prison of life, of limb. It shouldn't be. I hear you. Yeah, I hear. And what about the guys? Wait a minute, wait a minute. What about the guys that are in there who didn't do the crime but didn't have money to have a lawyer smart enough to get them off? Me too. All right.
Hey, appreciate it. Gotta take my last break it out. We'll be back 7:43 in the morning, right here on News Radio 1440. Should the death penalty be enforced on the prison when the court didn't see fit to do that? And where the hell is the governor on this? And the guy who runs the department of correction? All we hear all the time are people dying in prison. Come on. You never know how your kid or someone else again, they may be in the wrong place at the wrong time and end up down there, but yet still there. It's less dangerous going to combat now than they're going to prison. What's wrong with that? We'll be back. Governor?
Solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. And it uses powered systems to administer passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily. Seasonal allergies and congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen back to the nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly, so you can get back to breathing fields again. Say goodbye to solid
Nevada, NAV80. No.
I'm Dr. Shelley for the City of Florida from the American Food evidence and insurance development to raise the risk of disease. To lower the risk, the vegetables in your can, avoid processed food. Don't put plastic in the microwave because people have access to make it. Customer serving food is important. So when keeping your child healthy, or visit healthy
Even with heart failure, my mother never stopped. Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, and manage heart failure for the rise above aging.
Tell you like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope that they find you well. I knew this was going to come up today, and I just often ponder sometimes. Now, it asks the question, and it's an interesting question. You know, it says, if these things are going on in the prison, and they are, and they are, why do our folks, our kids, still continue to engage in the behavior of innocent? Nobody has all the solution to the answer, but I will say one thing. You know, if we spend a lifetime with these kids, it's not their fault. Don't spank them in school. Don't discipline them at home. At some point, they're going to run into discipline, and most of the time, it will be in a prison with a interaction with a policeman. Discipline is essential to survival. You know, you have to, if you're hungry and you see a chicken or a tiger, it is most important that you understand that the discipline. No, you can't beat that tiger with your hand. Okay? There are a lot of things that we set up, and to us who sometimes badger the people who end up in jail. Listen, I'm here to tell you. The only reason I never went to jail because I didn't get caught doing some of the crap things I used to do. It wasn't exactly a good job opportunity. So, you know, we do whatever. Thank God, so he led me to a place where I was able to make a better decision. And I'll always be thankful to Ronald Reagan and Jimmy Carter and George Bush for those other presidents I served under. And I got to tell you, it was time, but now, you know, now we tell boys that you really are girls, you know, which and this is why this whole thing gets to my nerves. If you don't understand the most fundamental thing in life, you are born a female or a male. You know, there's no transition, that you either one or the other. Now, if you say, I think I'm a, well, that I think, and therefore I am, well, listen, I got nothing to do with your thinking. That's cool. You have the right to think whatever you want to think. But if you can't understand that, how in the world are you going to understand the more sophisticated issues of our time and of our lives? You can't understand the basic thing that you either one or the other. And now we got college. We have college places now where they got safe things. They got safe things not because somebody's dangerous, because they're using language that the poor little sucker don't understand. The poor baby don't understand, and it offends him. Well, let me tell you something. What do you think happens to this 22-year-old kid? He was offended too, to the point where they murdered him. And I am holding the governor and her people responsible for the Department of Corrections for all of the death in all prison. And somebody should sue them. they probably got some sort of qualified immunity and they can't be sued or something like that. But I mean, something needs to happen here. You know, Roberta tried. Roberta Franklin, if you never heard of her, she's been on the radio for a long time. Hell, she even spent the night with Kid Copper on the radio, on TV. Thing, not a hell, it's gotten worse. Okay? And why are we putting so many people in prison? Okay, we do some alternative sentencing for small time crooks. And we need to get rid of this 3 times you're out thing, unless it's murder. Then we got to deal with it. All right? 754. Murder is the only thing that I think people really ought to go to jail for. Okay, I don't. And still, you can always get some more stuff. Make him a slave if you have to, but make him work for you the rest of his life for free if he stole something like that. Anyway, good morning. Who's this? Yes. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Mm. Right. Some of them are. Some of them are. That's true. That's true. Some of them are. That's true. Mm. Yeah. 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 That's true. Hey, appreciate it. Good money on there. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate it, but I got to go now. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. My time is up. We'll be back. Hopefully, the mayor will join us about 8:15 this morning and talk to him a little bit about whatever he wants to talk about. So, it's still a thing that people do. Prisons under the law of authority. We'll be back. 1 year. Oh.
News Radio 1440 is WLWIAM and 95 of the Valley. CBS News every hour. By Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin in Gaza, where doctors and nurses are making their medical rounds by flashlight as Israel's war with Hamas intensifies. Correspondent Raimi Inocencio reports from southern Israel.
Gaza's health system is now crumbling from Israeli airstrikes. The majority of hospitals are now not functioning. Focus is on Gaza's biggest hospital, Al-Shifa. The head of the World Health Organization says the situation is dire and perilous. Not only that, Gaza's health ministry says an Israeli tank is now at the gates.
The Biden administration says it is still actively engaged in negotiations for the release of hostages. 5 U.S. troops have been killed in a helicopter crash in the Mediterranean Sea. Correspondent Kenny McCormick. The military says the aircraft went down during a routine air refueling mission. The Pentagon has sent additional forces to the region because of the war between Israel and Hamas and attacks on U.S. forces. The 5 service members were part of Special Operations Forces deployed to Cyprus, and the abandoned evacuation of Americans in Lebanon or Israel is ordered. Here in the U.S., 5 days and counting until the government runs out of money to fund federal offices. House Speaker Mike Johnson's new plan includes 2 separate extensions. CBS's Nicole Killian.
If they can't reach agreement with the House by Friday, the government shuts down thousands of federal workers would be furloughed, while TSA workers and military troops would have to keep working without pay.
And another Republican out of the running for the party's 2024 presidential nomination. Tim Scott says he doesn't have enough support to keep his campaign funded. Planning your getaway for next week? CBS's Mark Piper says you'll have lots of company.
AAA is expecting 55.4 million travelers will have 50 miles or more from home for Thanksgiving. That's a more than 2% increase over last year. Most Thanksgiving travelers will drive to their destinations. AAA expects 4.7 million people will fly.
There's fresh proof cutting back on salt can be good for your heart. Here's CBS's Bradley Blackburn.
Scientists at Northwestern University found that when middle-aged and elderly people cut salt intake by 1 teaspoon a day, it was as effective as some medication at lowering blood pressure. And they say cutting salt works even for people who are already on blood pressure-reducing drugs.
More people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s say they're in a critical cognitive fog these days, having difficulty remembering, concentrating, or making decisions. Researchers link it to the effects of long COVID and other side effects of the pandemic, including psychological distress. S&P futures down 15. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Look at Indeed.com/candidates.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. So what if you can not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains Diet, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair counts. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Just go to newnordicusa.com or visit Walgreens or Amazon to purchase. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic and newnordicusa.com.
Superheroes, tag movies. The Marvel Cinematic Universe just hit a new low.
The Marvels debuted with just $47 million, the sequel earning less than a third than its predecessor, Captain Marvel. It's also the first Marvel movie led by 3 women and the first directed by a black woman. Analysts blame superhero fatigue from possible oversaturation. It's the MCU's 43rd installment. Five Nights at Freddy's came in second this weekend with $9 million. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour film with about $6 million. Mark Wicks, CBS News. Bill Gates' investment startup, Graphite, has just announced it's discovered a way to take CO2 out of the atmosphere and store it for thousands of years by using shoebox-sized bricks made from bits of wood chips, rice balls, and plant material. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
You can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy. You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the
tired of spending your money outletting wind insurance? Just pause the travel after the last round of quality wind insurance, all of the clubs that are clear now showing. Stop by and our community's house will be happy to showcase our collection of all private options insurance offers. Offer for 16 style and taste. And see and learn about the latest in motorization of smart home options. You got to show her that you just want to never before. Finding great candidates to hire to be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, would you afford for the needle in the haystack?
You're out of 20 hours who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can find ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Usually folks with the Shapiro Show. Montgomery by watch traffic.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got a new accident, 65 southbound just before the post 3 exit. All the way to the 143 between 65 southbound and almost to 172 for that accident. Also finishing up the 165 south just south of the 200 Highway 8.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Since October 7th, the head of Hamas was gone on television and said, we're going to have tons of October 7th. We're going to do it again and again and again until we destroy Israel.
I don't know why this is an issue that, for whatever reason, brought out the just unbelievable virulent hatred and anti-Semitism. We've seen it in the halls of Congress, all over college universities. We've seen it in the streets of our cities like New York. And it's pretty unbelievable. And we have a president now pressuring Israel to stop fighting a war for their survival. We can't do that. We should not be putting that pressure on Israel. We should be supporting Israel the way they supported us after 9/11.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Listen, the economy is not going back to how it was before. Remember how quickly it all went? First, it was inflation. Then another housing market. Banks started crashing. Now, the Fed is laying the groundwork for a digital currency. See it yet? Your money is being attacked from almost every angle. So at this point, you can bury your head in sand and think everything is better, or take advantage of this opportunity to protect your wealth while you still can. So write this down, because you'll not only get the chance to protect your retirement savings now, you could get up to $10,000 in free silver from Sean Hannity's partner Gold Co. You heard right, $10,000 in free silver from Gold Co. when you call 855-815-GOLD. So don't miss what could be your best opportunity to protect your retirement savings today. Call 855-815-GOLD. That's 855-815-GOLD. Gold.
The major cause of drug deaths. It's killing our fathers, our mothers, sisters, and our brothers. It's time to have a conversation about substance misuse. If you have a family member or if you have substance misuse,
Years you've heard me talking about our standards of pattern concrete inundation, driveways, commercial parking, invest in college concrete for durable and inexpensive long-term service. What you may not know is we have carrying out moving line is strong and we have really we have nothing to convert the food waste into spread and to make it equipment is minimally invasive, not disturbing and not turning the property where additional grading might be necessary. Communicate with us. You can continue with 334-284-9292 and let us transform your overgrown property into a manageable and productive one. Check us out on Facebook, Transformers. Call 334-284-9292.
Is the voice of the conservative Shapiro Show at 8 p.m. News Radio 1440.
I would often get on, not get on because I'm not even of this stature, but because I do have a microphone. I do take, okay, a couple of shots at him. Not at him, but the whole, let's stop talking about slavery, let's stop talking about this and that, because we're never going to get beyond it if we never stop talking about it. But I have to admit, that Brian Stevenson said something in his book, Just Mercy. He said the opposite of poverty isn't wealth; it's justice. And I think he did something there. Like I've often said, that people don't mind a fight; they just want to make sure you're willing to fight. Our politicians, and I will say one thing: I don't know what our local delegation is. Tashina, Hassel, Hatcher. Who else we got out there? Penny. McClammy, Senator Barefoot. You know, I would like to see them come publicly about this issue of people dying in our prison, raped and dying. This is bad. Our local politicians, but even our city councilmen, some of these places are within the county of Montgomery, our county commission. We got Elmore County out there, it's in state, you know, whatever it is, isn't that in the county of Montgomery? Whatever it is. I mean, everybody has done something. Everybody, you know, has done something that at one point in their life they could have ended up where these people are, where their kids may do something. Their kids may do nothing. They end up in the wrong place at the wrong time, charged with something. You know, when you take a man's freedom, I mean, what else you got? The only thing he got left to give you is his life. So unless you you know, are doing something terribly, you don't deserve to die in Alabama's prison. Unless you get the death penalty. And I'm not in favor of the death penalty anyway. I'm just not. It doesn't solve the problem. You know, it's a permanent solution for a temporary problem. You know, but if I were going to be for the death penalty, it would only be for people who take other people's lives. But I'm not. You know, that's going to bring down the person. I don't know. I think our politicians, you know, I mean, we pay them $50,000 a month, a year, 50 grand. And we got people out here working 8 hours a day, 4 hours a day, don't make $50,000. And plus, they can still make their regular rent without having. You know, if you want to get good people, intelligent people to run our government, then you have to pay them something to make it worth their while. I got no problem with 50 grand. I think our city council people deserve more money. I think our mayor deserves more money. But I would like, even though I disagree with our mayor sometimes, but you know, I'm not in that seat. I thought I was smart enough to be in that seat, and I could win, I'd run against somebody. But I don't think I can. You know, I mean, I'm the smartest guy on the radio, but you know, radio is a small place. Anyway, 860-1441. I'm waiting, but it's 8:16. I'm waiting for the radio to give us a call in here if he hadn't forgotten about it, or they changed their mind, or whatever the case may be. Until then, I guess, don't forget Helping Hands, annual Helping Hands. Okay, now, here in the River Region, each year, we have local folks to donate to a worthy cause. We call it Helping Hands. I thought this year to raise $20,000 by December the 20th. 100% of that money goes to our efforts to surprise people on 3 days, 72 hours for Christmas. And these names that are sent to me are the people we choose from. I don't go around choosing. I don't go around asking, do you need money? No, we don't do that. This is an opportunity for you to help somebody who can't help themselves. Okay, and people don't know that they can help themselves. Even they don't know they can't help themselves. But it's your opportunity. If you know somebody out there, and we're going to start taking the letters on December the 1st. So you're sitting up there, and you got to tell me something about the people. Tell me a little bit about them. I don't need a book. I need a couple paragraphs about who they are. You can type it, whatever, write it, whatever case may be. But email won't do it, and I don't know text about it. Okay. Now you can text me if you want to give. Now that's cool. I can handle that. I can come get the money, or you send me, or I can give you my cash app. You can send it to cash app. Make sure you send it cash app. You can look for my number 241-9998, and you can open up, and my name will come up. 334-241-9998. And then and make sure you put on the subject line Helping Hands. Okay, so we'll make sure that money goes to where it's supposed to go. And 3 days before Christmas, we're either going to bring people up here or go to their house, and we're going to give them. My goal is to give them, depending on their circumstances, $500 or $1,000, depending on where they. And I'm going to tell you something. Last 7 years, you guys should have seen some materials I've seen. When we show me and Randy, Randy Robinson, and we go out and do it. So I don't put the money in the anyway, so help us out. You go to my Facebook page or go to GoFundMe and look for Helping Hand, a Good Neighbor Award. That's what it is, Helping Hand. Or you see our picture on it. And if everybody gives $10 or so, all my friends on Facebook give $10 or so, then we're good. If not, somebody give me a bigger jet. I'm just we want to make a difference. And right now, this year, with everything going up, everybody needs a little hand out there right now. But again, the people that are put in are people that that are not lazy, maybe disabled, maybe a little sick, maybe got a little cancer. There's something, but it is something to brighten their day. It is a way to be kind. Okay, to be kind. This is what my word of the day was to be kind. So please, you can cash out the 334 241 9998. You don't put that number in the cash app thing. It'll come to you. Make sure on the subject line you put helping hand. Okay, so I can get it done. Yeah, we got till December the 20th. So hopefully, let me see what this is. Let's bring it in there. But that's okay. Good morning. Who's this? Mayor. I'm doing fine. I'm not gonna get on you because I know you got to install it tomorrow. So I'm gonna give you that 5 minutes you had to hold it on. And I'm gonna let you have that. Yeah, I do. Well, I understand. Some of us got big brains, and some of us got small brains. The big brains always got something to do. Well, Mayor, how you doing? Tomorrow you get inaugurated for the second time, so I'm talking to the current mayor and the soon-to-be mayor again of the city of Montgomery, Stephen Reed. Our numbers, of course, are 860-1440. Want to give us a call? Now, if you guys want to talk to the mayor, don't wait till the last couple of minutes and then think everybody's going to get in because it won't be that way. But, Mayor, tell me what's on your mind before I ask you my tough question. Mm-hmm. Great. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Let me ask you a question before I get to the tough one, and I do have a tough one for you this morning, and you don't hang up on that. But one other question: every time crime goes up, there's an uptick in crime. People send you all kind of letters and all kind of messages. Is this what the mayor wanted? Is this what the mayor wanted? Um, why do you feel, and do you take any responsibility when crime goes up, or is that an unfair? Is that an unfair position to put you in when crime goes up? Or why do we blame you? You got enough blame for things you do, but I'm not blaming you for this one. So why do you think that we blame you? Mhm. Mhm. Okay. One more nice question before I get to the tough one. Somebody, somebody asked me, said, why not have the activities after folks get off work? Most people can't get off work at 10 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the day. Uh, what say you? Okay. Now here's a tough one for you, and maybe it's just people's perspective. But you seem, and I'm just saying what people are telling me, you seem to be anti-Christian often when it comes to the thing, this whole flag thing. But you didn't went to the extent that you didn't want the law passed or say you couldn't fly any if you didn't want to, any, which was good, but that's the city flag, state flag, U.S. flag flying. But you went to the point you wanted to veto that because you wanted to put the LGBT pride flag, whatever they call it. Why is that our perspective, or why is it that you seem to be content on, not really uh, helping Christians go out with their public display of belief? Well, we can't tell it sometimes. Now, you always seem to. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Not in the Constitution. Not in the Constitution. There is none. That's a theory. That's a philosophy. That's not. Not no. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Right. So why give Pride Month a special a special day? Don't have any of them. Don't anybody don't endorse any organization. Mhm. 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 You, mhm.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's reaching back years. I mean, that's decades ago. So I mean, we're done that. Okay. Well, Mayor, let me. I know you're going to preach on, but let me ask a question. If you give one group of people privileges that you don't give other people, isn't that separating us? Are they? Mhm. But yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Right, right, right. Okay. All right. Let me take. Okay. Somebody want to talk to you. So it is a tradition. It is a national tradition. But America was founded on the Judeo-Christian values for the most part, although they're not perfect. Before we go there, I know where you go, but they are founded. Most of our laws are based on Judeo-Christian values. And I'm not going to pick it. I'm going to talk to you for a second. Good morning. Good morning on there. Yes, sir. All right, Mayor, hold on for a second. We'll take a break. We'll come back on the phone with us from someplace in Montgomery or the bunker. Is the mayor of the city of Montgomery, Mayor Stephen. Hey, Lewis, you know the name Lewis? Yeah, Stephen Lewis. Mm, really nice.
Montgomery skywatch traffic. Automotive.
When seasonal allergies or clogged sinuses are making you miserable, you want fast relief. But there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's an alternative solution that provides fast relief, and it's called Ridage. Ridage is a natural drug-free way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and bitter. Use it for your symptoms, and all the most important is it will help you breathe better. Don't take a chance on medications that may not work as promised. Instead, trust drug-free Ridage with a Ridage away the source of your industry so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Ridage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage.
Driveways, commercial parking lots, even heavily invested in polished concrete for durable and inexpensive long-term service. What you may not know is we have equipment for clearing lots for construction, clearing and ridding land of scrub and underbrush. We cut roads, clear fence lines, clear pond dams, pretty much any application where land is overflowing. We have multiple underbrush in our equipment is minimally invasive, not hurting, not turning your property. You're still very necessary. Clear your property. 284-9292 and let us transform your overgrown property into a manageable and productive one. Check us out on Facebook, Transform. Call 334-284-9292. Yourself a payroll.
One payroll, no question.
Seriously?
One payroll, they were to the justice system easier. Government gives you unlimited payroll loans, next day direct deposit, and automatically file the taxes. Saves you time.
Payroll without the pay. Visit Gusto.com/radio to sign up for free. Imagine having all the money you need for retirement, all the income, every month. That's if you're a teacher investor. An index annuity to help you build in the stock market. Well, without any risk of loss and effort, it's guaranteed money for life income. No matter how long you live. Call 888-509-2228. 888-509-2228. Private community money
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show. On News Radio 1440.
Alrighty, we are back. Our guest on the phone with us from someplace in the hidden corridors of Montgomery, Alabama, is the Honorable Stephen Lewis Reed, the mayor of the city of Montgomery. And let's get back to him right now. Mayor, you decided not to run for the second congressional seat. How come? Okay, let me give you an analogy here, and you may or may not agree with me. Uh, if I come to your house and your dog bites me, that's the hell out of me. And you whoop on that dog, you whoop on him and whoop on him, and I'm good with that. Because the dog bit me out, you know, whoop, that's enough. But I come back a year later, and every day you beat the dog for what happened to me a year ago. Sometimes not just you, but and I understand if you're born here, but sometimes you keep beating a dog about something that happened years and years ago, and the dog, now I'm on the dog side because, you know, enough is enough. You seem to be something, and maybe it's just a Montgomery thing. I understand the historical events that took place in this city, but do we do good by keeping the things of the past?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, what? Okay, what group of people? And I've been here since '91. I don't know how old you were 30 years ago. Not very old. I've been here since '91, and I have found Montgomery. If you are willing to put in the work, it's not easy for anybody doing it. Me, you, anybody else. You went off and got yourself educated and put yourself in a pretty good position to be where you are. But what group of people in this city do you feel is marginalized to the extent that they are stalled at where they are? I see Montgomery as a place where just when anybody who's willing to put in the work, I mean, really work, not just with their lips, but be sacrificial in their time and talents, that they can make it if they want to. Do you not see that? Right. Mm-hmm. 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 Where? And what? Give me a couple of areas where he said we were dead last. Give me a couple of areas. Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
Not very far. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. We talk about many, many other things, but we're out of time. We appreciate you taking the time, and congratulations again. For you have the privilege of probably being the only Democrat to vote for. So, right. Yeah. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. All right. Listen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You do it. All right. All right. Appreciate it, Mayor. Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow at the inauguration. Appreciate it. All righty then. Our time is up for the mayor. I can move. I have another call talking. But that's okay. Anyway, but don't let the past rob the future. Anyway, time's up. We'll catch you tomorrow and things of that nature. So y'all have a good day and we'll see you tomorrow.
Preparations are underway for an inauguration ceremony in Montgomery. Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed will be sworn in for a second term.
News Radio 1440, WLWIAM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Alabama, station.
Obvious. Yeah. Folks never saw it coming. Wrong. Moving on. No, but that's not moving on. People in California notice. You know better. Folks are investing in emergency patriot supply, which is the largest emergency preparedness company that has you can trust. Patriotsupply.com. Google steps up to nothing. Food kits, which contains tasty breakfast, lunches, averaging over 2,000 calories per day. At least one. My Patriot also sells biomass. Heaters for wind power. Gravity-powered water filters, heirloom seeds, and survival gear may come in handy soon. Go to mypatriotsupply.com today. What's coming? mypatriotsupply.com.
Your WSSA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
gray skies on the way for your Monday. Temperatures get up to about 67. We still degrees above where we went from the weekend. That's because it was dry. We look at cloudy skies that come up just a little bit. Showers are back in spots tonight and rain chances for today, tomorrow, tomorrow night, Wednesday, ending Thursday. Things should dry out late Thursday and stay mostly dry Friday and the weekend. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler for News Radio 1440.
The internet is vast and unending, but you don't have to go that far to hear your favorite talk show hosts. Search, stop, and listen at newsradio1440.com.
North of Boston are sending out classes for a second day.
Classes have been canceled for some 5,500 students in Andover, Massachusetts today, with teachers on strike. Matt Dock is president of the Andover Education Association.
We're deeply disappointed, and we feel that this is not a serious situation, that this was a tremendous waste of everybody's time.
New research shows the popular weight loss drug Wegovy could change the way doctors treat patients with heart problems. CBS's Dr. John McCool.
These are people who were overweight or obese, or BMI of 27 or above, and they had some underlying heart-related issue. Almost 70% had had a heart attack. 20% decrease in heart-related issues like heart attack, stroke, or death from some heart-related issue. That's really important. So this is an important study.
As the holidays approach, businesses are usually clamoring for seasonal workers. Not this year.